Benue on brink, charismatic bishops demand Tinubu declare state of emergency amid killings. A group of Catholic priests has expressed grave concern over the escalating violence and killings in Benue State and other parts of Nigeria, calling on President Bola Tinubu to declare a state of emergency in the state. The priests, under the aegis of the Charismatic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria, CBCN, at a World Press Conference on Wednesday, condemned the persistent attacks on innocent citizens, particularly in the Middle Belt region, and urged the government to take immediate action to address the crisis. Their call for action comes on the heels of threats made against Bishop Wilfred Chikpa Anagbe, the Catholic bishop of Makurdi Diocese, who has been vocal about the plight of the people in Benue State. In his address, Bishop Leonard Bature Kawas, the President General of the group, expressed solidarity with their fellow bishop who has faced backlash for speaking out against the atrocities committed against defenseless communities. The statement highlighted the devastating impact of the violence on the people of Benue State, including the destruction of homes, churches, and livelihoods. The priests emphasized that the situation has been ongoing since 2001, with the frequency and brutality of the attacks increasing over the years. In light of the dire situation, the priests are urging President Tinubu to declare a state of emergency in Benue State and take concrete steps to address the crisis. They emphasize the need for the government to protect its citizens and ensure that those responsible for the violence are held accountable. The priests' call for action is not limited to the government. They are also appealing to the Catholic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria, civil society organizations, and the international community to join them in condemning the violence and advocating for the safety and rights of the people of Benue State. The recent spate of insecurity in our nation is so worrisome that one would wonder if this is not the same Nigeria that silenced the dreaded Liberian rebels and sent peacekeepers all over West Africa who were exceptional in carrying out their duties and earned accolades wherever they were assigned, Bishop Kawa said. We stand with Bishop Wilfred Chikpa Anagbe in his courageous stance against the atrocities committed against our people. As shepherds of the flock, it is our duty to speak out against injustice and defend the dignity of human life.
We are worried about the insecurity that we face in our country today. We are worried because the killings of Nigerians in many parts of our nation has assumed an alarming proportion. An alarming proportion. I beg your pardon. And it is very, very, very disheartening to see that in some states like Benue, it is as if there is no government. The state called Benue is right now at war. Every day, the killings have reached a proportion where, and this is where we as clergymen are worried, because in over 7 states in Benue, in the last couple of months, no church service has held in those local governments. And we have evidence of what we are saying. People are running helter-skelter. They have been chased away from their places of abode. If you are insistent on staying, you will be killed. Refugee camps are swelling, internally displaced people are multiplying. And we are saying to our president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that the time for people to be playing politics with the lives of Nigerians is over. Therefore, if Mr. President could declare a state of emergency in Rivers State that had less crisis, what is stopping Mr. President from declaring a state of emergency in a place like Benue and a few other states that are already at war? The machine guns, the military-style equipment, anti-aircraft equipment that is being used in Benue State and a few other states in Nigeria clearly says that war is on ground. And so there is no reason why Mr. President will not and cannot declare a state of emergency there. We are saying and we are stating here unequivocally that Mr. President should do all that is needed to be done, all that is necessary, including inviting assistance from the international community where it is necessary to ensure that the current killings of
Nigeria and the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, we are backing you. You must do it and do it now. Our President General, Professor Leonard Kawas, just said, Mr. President declared a state of emergency in Rivers State that had less crisis. In Benue State, even the State Assembly is so splitted and divided, they cannot even come together and take a decision on this matter. They can't see it. So it is outrightly impossible for Benue State to continue like this. We are losing too many lives, and we're also losing. Benue State is the agricultural hub of the nation. Our farmers are losing too much. And finally, we want to say this, that we must confess to Mr. President, the father of the nation, that what is the turning point for the church in Nigeria concerning this particular administration. The turning point for the church in Nigeria is the point at which Mr. President started making quality appointments, and he was making his appointments with equitability. Quality and equitable appointments across religious divides, especially the appointment of our own very one Senator Dr. George Akume as the Secretary to the Government of the Federation. That was the turning point for us. It now gave us an understanding that Mr. President wants to put together a quality team, and we believe in his team, and we believe that this team will be able to lead Nigeria to a promised land. So we want to ask that, Mr. President, we are standing by you, as our President General said.
The persistent killings, displacement, and trauma inflicted on our communities are a grave affront to humanity, and we will not be silenced. The situation in Benue State has become unbearable. Innocent citizens are being killed, their homes burned, and their livelihoods destroyed. The government's inaction is deafening, and it seems as though the lives of our people are of little consequence. We cannot continue to watch as our communities are ravaged by violence and destruction. We urge that President Bola Tinubu to declare a state of emergency in Benue State to address the catastrophic situation on the ground. The government must act swiftly to protect its citizens, hold perpetrators accountable, and bring an end to the bloodshed. We will not stand idly by while our people are slaughtered like animals. It is time for decisive action, not empty words. For more updates like this, subscribe to our YouTube channel and never miss a breaking story. If you're watching on TikTok, double tap the screen, leave a comment, and let us know what you think. Your voice matters and your support keeps us going.